I don't remember the password of the email account. He will start his training in September. They're coming home late tonight. I can't go to the cinema tonight. I have to work. The student selected for the role played the lead character. The dog barked all night. He prefers to work alone rather than in a group. He was running in the park when he sprained his ankle. Leaves are falling from the trees. I'm meeting my friends for dinner. If they offered me a job, I would accept it. You often go to the movies. They have to attend the compulsory education session. He practiced yoga to increase flexibility. The letter was written in English. The red car is more luxurious than the blue one. He recognizes his old friend. We had the broken glass repaired by the mechanic. He was playing the piano for his recital. He had his phone repaired at the service center. I had been working on this project for 3 months before finally completing it. The company will expand its operations in the coming months. I joined a book club to discuss literature with others. They finished their homework on time. They've never been to a musical concert. He worked late every day and was promoted as a result. She wishes to have more artistic talent. They do not like spicy food. Although the road was bumpy, they reached their destination safely. They should have cleaned their rooms before leaving. It usually takes some time to get a response. I believe love is more important than money. He decided to stop eating junk food. He has great talent. The teacher presented a project to the students in the class. She doubts her abilities. Despite being busy, she took the time to attend the event. Does she like to dance? They did not work as a team and as a result the project failed. Despite the language barrier, they managed to communicate effectively. I will be happy if I get accepted to the university. My friend is taller than all of us. You should respect their opinion, even if you disagree. Better start eating healthier. Did you study the piano before your recital? They studied abroad for a while. By the end of the week they will have found a solution to the problem. They will finish the project by the deadline. You should wear a hat in the sun to protect your skin. We usually have a cup of tea in the evening. The window stayed open all night. I can't go to the cinema tonight. I have to work. He takes pictures of the sunset. I rarely eat chocolate. The manager took the employees to a seminar. If there is a delay, he may miss his flight. I wish I could play the guitar. See you in a second. Even though it's raining, I still want to go for a walk. It's raining a lot today. I want to buy a new car. She wants to try bungee jumping. We are excited to start our new business. The store sold the new video game within hours. I wish I could attend the concert last night. If he doesn't get better, he could lose his job. Although it was expensive, I decided to buy the car. Have you ever tried skydiving? We hope to reach our goals this year. The mistake was made by me. The letter from him contained exciting news. We appreciate your effort. The shop opens at 7 a.m. He didn't exercise regularly and his fitness level dropped as a result. They will arrive early for the meeting. Concert Saturday night. He needs to buy his friend a birthday present. He is fishing by the lake. We had our laundry washed in the laundromat. I got a gift from my friend. I am planning to start a new business. Next year, he will have earned his master's degree. We had been planning the trip for a long time. They appreciate your time and effort. The concert started at 8 o'clock. Despite the noise, she managed to concentrate on her studies. We must be responsible for our actions. He didn't listen to the instructions, so he made a mistake. Did you read the book before watching the series? I can't go to the concert. I have a previous commitment. I worked hard on the project and got compliments from my boss as a result. The company had been growing rapidly for years before encountering financial difficulties. He gave his suit to the dry cleaners before the wedding. He does not agree with the decision. I've been working on this project for weeks, he said. It's getting hot outside. The team is preparing for the upcoming tournament. The girl sitting next to me is my best friend. Did they argue before coming to the family reunion? Kids will play board games on a rainy day. They always go for a walk after dinner. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. Students studying in the library were quiet and focused. He studied hard for the exam. He is running in the race. She is knitting a sweater. He will start a new job in a different city. I have visited the art museum many times. He did not study for the exam and failed as a result. The library opens at 10 a.m. The article explores the link between diet and mental health. The dog is chasing its tail. He'll be away for a few days. They should have called a taxi instead of walking. The television program was watched by millions of people. We hope to have a successful event. My sister is older than me. He often goes shopping with his friends. They had been waiting at the airport for hours when their flight was finally announced. Had he been playing video games all day before his mother told him to do his homework? The cake was shared among the guests. He wishes he had finished reading before returning the book. He should have bought the blue shirt instead. If they want to pass, they must study for the exam. He likes to swim in the ocean. We had already finished the project before the deadline. The car was repaired by a skilled mechanic. We lived in that apartment for 2 years. He loves taking nature photos. They had lived in that neighborhood for a long time before they moved. They have to wear uniforms at school. When he's finished cooking, he'll have set the table. She started a fitness program to lose weight. He has a unique ability. I have an appointment in a month. The red dress is more elegant than the black one. We had been waiting at the bus stop for years when the bus finally came. His handwriting is more legible than mine. They built a sand castle on the beach. They are grateful for your help. Coffee spills on the table. While it is time-consuming, studying regularly will get you better grades. I wish I could participate in sports competitions. You should have taken a day off from work. Arranging flowers in a vase. Have you ever seen a kangaroo? He had a technician fix the kitchen appliances. The report was submitted on time. If I had known you were coming, I would have made a cake. The bus arrives in 10 minutes. He did mindfulness meditation to improve focus. We hope to have a successful business venture. Despite the criticism, she was confident in her abilities. They are planning to adopt a puppy from the shelter. The dog wags its tail. Easily forgives. I wish they had started their own business. He was studying medicine at university. I will have finished my presentation before the meeting begins. They often go to concerts. You must submit your manuscript by the end of the week, said the professor. He'll be away for a few days. Although it was a difficult task, we managed to complete it. It's on the computer. I will attend a workshop on leadership skills. They will celebrate their founding anniversary on Saturday. He had already left the party when I arrived. Have you finished your homework? If you don't hurry, you'll miss the bus. We will have a meeting in the morning. We wish we had more opportunities for personal growth. The team worked hard all season and was determined to win the championship. The letter was sent via express mail. He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. They believe in ghosts. The flowers were watered by my mother. We are watching a football match on TV. It's raining. We celebrated New Year's with fireworks. He has been learning to play the piano for a year. He is watching a football match on TV. If I were a teacher, I would inspire my students to love learning. We had the plumber fix the broken sink. They decided to start a fitness program. Sometimes they picnic in the park. He's fixing a broken chair. I found an article explaining how to grow organic vegetables. Can you swim? He has to finish his report before the meeting. The article was published in a popular magazine. They are playing football in the park. Can I have the last piece of pizza, please? The teacher should have graded the papers by now. The smell of freshly mown grass filled the air. We know the answer. He played the violin in the orchestra performance. We were walking in the park when we saw a deer. He wishes he had finished reading before returning the book. This newspaper article focuses on the latest political developments. We lived in the same neighborhood for years before we became friends. He had his phone repaired at the service center. The museum is open from Tuesday to Sunday. He didn't sleep all night and was too tired to concentrate on his work as a result. When we got to the cinema, the movie had already started. They were studying for a dance competition. They want to learn how to dance salsa. I ate a delicious cake at the patisserie. We replaced the broken glass with a glazier. The smell of the flowers blooming in the garden was beautiful. I work at the computer all day. They are chatting. If he had apologized, he would have forgiven her. You must submit your application before the deadline. The dog brings a stick. By the time they graduate, we'll have already planned the graduation party. They sing a song. I wish we'd gone to the beach instead of staying at home. The box contains various items. I have a job interview tomorrow. Do you play any musical instrument? He had lost his wallet, so he couldn't pay for his dinner. See you in a second. The newspaper published an article on the importance of education. They want to volunteer at a local charity. Bought a new phone last week. He had been studying for the English test all night. He hates spiders. The conference is scheduled for next year. They had to get to the party on time. You never skip breakfast. They had their roof checked for damage. He left the room and slammed the door behind him. Have you ever been to a Broadway show before last night? The food was prepared by the chef. The company held a meeting to discuss its future plans. Next year they will redecorate their house. The message was sent to the wrong recipient. Have you finished your report? She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. Although he did not agree with my decision, he supported me. Does he have a cat? The baby took his first steps. He will be a doctor in the future. We are planning to ski next winter. I have an appointment on Friday afternoon. He was asleep when the alarm clock rang. They fixed the roof after the storm. He played basketball with his friends. Students must complete their homework before class. They were watching a movie when the power went out. We had dinner around 8 o'clock. The conference is scheduled for September. We have a party on Friday night. The magazine published an article on sustainable living. We met in the afternoon. We want to improve our English speaking skills. They prefer to travel by train rather than by plane. I do not drink alcohol. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. I don't smoke. He needs to buy food for dinner. He can lend you his car if you ask nicely. If I were a writer, I would write best-selling novels. The newspaper article explores the rise of online shopping. Despite his age, he is still very active and energetic. We had lived in that house for 10 years before we decided to move to a larger one. Have you seen that movie before? The announcement was made over the loudspeaker. Although expensive, the quality of the product is excellent. Have you visited the Louvre Museum before your trip to Paris? Summer is hotter than winter. She likes to dance at parties. The concert starts at 8. He couldn't find his umbrella on a rainy day. This article provides tips to improve your English speaking skills. He's taking pictures. Do you have any siblings? It's starting to rain. If he had worked harder, he would have gotten a scholarship. Does he have a cat? He usually takes a nap after lunch. He is juggling balls. He submitted an article to a travel magazine. Although expensive, the quality of the product is excellent. The package was delivered this morning. I've already seen that movie. Students ask questions in class. The error was repeated several times. Does he have a bike? The movie was more emotional than I thought. Although he has no experience, he has a lot of potential. Have you ever been to a concert? If only I had a personal assistant, I could manage my tasks more efficiently. He loves watching the sunset on the beach. He needs to buy a new computer. I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece perfectly. The letter was delivered by the postman. I will study abroad next semester. The problem was fixed by the IT department. They had been working on the invention for months and were excited to finally present it. We are planning to go on a trip next month. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant. The computer was invented in the 20th century. If he doesn't get better, he could lose his job. I think studying is more productive than procrastination. They had seen that movie before. I wish I had invested in the stock market earlier. I took a photography workshop to improve my composition skills. The painting was hung on the wall. They had their lawn landscaped by a professional gardener. We usually go shopping on Saturdays. He never leaves the house without his phone. He wishes he could play the piano. The computer repaired by the technician is running smoothly. We have been living in this house since 2010. We are excited to go on vacation next month. We had the furniture assembled by a repair shop. They should have cleaned the house before the guests arrived. By the end of the program, they will have achieved their weight loss goals. He will be watching a movie at that time. The computer was invented in the 20th century. They are running a marathon. She wants to be a fashion designer. She wants to be a famous singer. Sometimes I take a nap in the afternoon. My friend told me, I plan to travel the world. He will have completed the course by next week. The movie starts at 6 p.m. They should apologize for their behavior. The event will take place next week. He always brings his lunch to work. The company is launching new products. The newspaper published an article on the economy. We don't have pets. We must always stand behind what we believe in, even if it is difficult. We don't have a swimming pool. He had a technician fix the kitchen appliances. See you after work. I wish I had a personal chef so I wouldn't have to cook every day. I am planning to buy a new car. Have you finished your report? He's sweeping the carpet. He had already seen the movie when I suggested it to him. He is known for his thought-provoking writings on social issues. We watched a documentary about nature. He always helps his neighbors. Despite the rain, we decided to go for a walk. She will learn to swim this summer. You never help with the housework. I learned to knit to make my own sweater. We've been waiting for over an hour, they said. You must be responsible for your actions. We were waiting for the concert to start. He will look after the children while he is gone. He's taking pictures. They appreciate your help and support. I went to the doctor for a checkup. They celebrated by eating pizza after the game. He likes to play football. He enjoys taking nature photos. He often forgets his keys. They celebrated by eating pizza after the game. The company will launch a new product next month. The loud barking of the dog made the entire neighborhood stand up. We were waiting in the ticket queue when they announced that the tickets for the show were sold out. We have dinner at 7 p.m. Had they finished their presentation before the meeting began? She started a blog to share her fashion tips. Did you study the piano before your recital? The movie was funnier than I thought. They had been dating for a year when they decided to get engaged. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. I got promoted at work. We went to a concert to listen to our favorite band. We will be volunteering at the local shelter on the weekends. They are cleaning the house. Have you ever swam in the ocean? Students were writing an essay for their homework. I want to learn to play chess. The magazine published an article about eco-friendly living. They've already watched the new episode. He has already cooked dinner. The email was accidentally deleted. The article discusses the link between exercise and overall health. I have never seen such a beautiful sunset before. They will have finished construction by the end of the week. He gave his clothes to dry cleaners at the dry cleaners. We usually go shopping on Saturdays. Students are preparing for the school theater. He may have to work late tonight. We are planning to ski next winter. Children are playing in the park. Have you ever tried sushi before going to a Japanese restaurant? We're going to celebrate Halloween with a costume party. I've been reading this book for a while. They are made up of various backgrounds. We walked for a while in the rain until we found shelter. He always finishes his work on time. If they had seen the mark, they would not have been lost. They are planning to adopt a puppy from the shelter.